Hey guys, good morning everybody. Today is Friday, January 10th. Happy Friday, everyone. 6:22 right now. We got market opening up in about 8 minutes. So I'm gonna go ahead and set up this room real quick and we'll get started shortly with our analysis for today. It's got a few things here to update and we should be good to go. One thing is here. And it looks like we are good to go here. So let me get this link sent out to you guys here in the premium. Should be on our way. Zoom link is sent out. Then we are good to go. As people start to join in, I'm going to go ahead and start marking up liquidity over here. So today is NFP, guys. I'm mainly looking for a buy here for the breakout. If the breakout isn't a buy today, then I'm probably going to skip it. So we'll see how it comes up over here in a few. Yeah, if it's not a buy, I'm probably going to skip it for today. The reason for it being a buy, which is what I'm looking for, is because the NFP news from today was bullish and price came down super heavy. So I do think it needs a correction to the upside. So we'll see. Finish up marking liquidity here. All right, so I've got liquidity marked up, guys. It's pretty far from current price. So the closest level of liquidity above is at 42,864, and the closest level of liquidity below is at 42,444. So like I said earlier, guys, for the breakout, I'm mainly looking for a buy today. If it's not a buy, I'm probably not going to take it. This is the NFP candle right here. You can see the NFP candle is a huge red candle right here at 530. This thing dropped almost like 400 points. So looking at that NFP candle right there, looking at the news from this morning, NFP was positive. So looking over here at government payrolls, unemployment rate, non-farm payroll private, and unemployment. So pretty much most of these here are bullish, right? So because of that, I'm expecting price to push up. So if we don't get a buy here for the breakout, then I'm probably just going to sit out on the breakout for today because it is NFP. It's a high impact news event day. And because of this huge dump right here, I'm expecting there to be some sort of correction, of course. Price has climbed up over here about 59 points, but there's still a huge gap right here that needs to be filled. So just a heads up, if you guys are looking to take the breakout. I talked about earlier today, guys, I'm going to be taking these micro scalp entries along the way as well. So you'll probably see them come up on my chart. What I'm doing is I'm just going to be riding momentum. It's a strategy that we used to apply before. So like basically, if we have a bearish momentum, I'm only going to be looking for sells. I'm not really going to look at trend at all. I'm going to be mainly looking for just sells to continue following through with it. So anyways, like basically sell momentum, I'm only going to look for sells at that point. I'll be putting like sell limits over here at the candles as they try to ride it back down further. And then same with buys. If we have a buy momentum, I'm going to be trying to ride that buy higher and higher and higher. So we'll see what happens here shortly. But Max, if you're looking for the liquidity levels, here are the liquidity levels for you. Right there, basically these blue lines. So 42,444, which is down here, 42,444. Then we have the upper level over here, which is at 42,864. Then we have a couple more up here as well. So like I said, the micro scalping strategy that I was referring to, guys, it's something that we applied in the past, but back then we only took the ones that were like we would take the trades that are in the direction of the trend. Like for example, I think it was called a high-low continuation or momentum continuation, where basically we'd look for like a bearish trend, we look for a sell signal. Once we get a green candle, we put like a pending sell order right here, right? And then when it comes down and fills it, we're in the position. I'm doing that, but like this time I'm taking like almost every entry. There's going to be like no, except for the red flags, of course, but there's going to be no trend that I'm going to be following. I'll just be taking trades as price continues to follow through. And then I'm going to cancel it if it doesn't fill on the first order, or I'm going to follow to the next candle, basically. It's a tight stop loss, 10-point stop loss, and I'm using a trailing stop to follow it. So guys, looking over here at the breakout, like I said, I was only going to take it if it's going to be a buy. Right here, it's not looking like we're getting a buy. Right, we're not going to get a buy here, so I'm not going to take the breakout for today. I'll follow it, but I'm not going to take it myself. Again, the reason why I was looking for a buy here was because the news from this morning, NFP, was positive. So the news right here at 5:30, it was positive. Non-farm payroll and non-farm payroll private, and then also unemployment rate right here, all positive news, right? And the news over here came down super, super heavy. So the news was positive, but price came down extremely heavy here, about 400 points. So I was looking for that correction back up for price to fill this gap right here, right? So unfortunately, because it has not given me a buy, I'm just going to sit out on the breakout for today. Right here, you can see we have a sell momentum. So technically it's supposed to be a sell. If you guys want to take it, feel free to take it. I'm not going to take it. I'll just follow it. And we'll kind of see where it goes from here. So market is now open, guys. Price is coming down slightly. So this is the breakout for today. It is a sell entry. But like I said, because the news was positive, I was aiming for a possible buy here. Maybe it would have been wrong, but I'm going to hold off on this here. So we'll follow through on this. I'm going to go back to our main chart here because I'm going to be looking to take those scalps that I was just referring to. Volatility here is a little flat for the most part. So it looks like the 50 points, the sell looks like it would have hit 50 points there at least. It's got about 8 seconds left on it.
Order submitted. Stop film.
So I got it right there for a partial profit. You guys can see I'm getting into these positions very, very quickly. See the chart. You'll see my entries come up here on the chart. I'm still looking for other entries here, but for the most part, I'm looking for these little micro scalps. Made like 50 bucks on that little trade just 1 point. Market volatility is a little flat right now. It's not really moving too heavy. So it looks like the breakout for today would have hit. I use my outside analysis, unfortunately, and it kept me away from taking the entry, but the breakout here did hit for a sell right there. We'll be looking to take more scalps here.
Order filled. Stop filled.
200 on that trade right there. So you guys can see I'm micro scalping into these entries here. We have a sell momentum, so I'm pretty much riding this momentum to the downside. So I'm up about 200 so far, these micro scalps. My goal is really to make like about 1,000 to 2,000. Once I make 1,000 and 2,000, I'm pretty much done. I'm in two positions here already. I'm profit about 200. About 30 seconds. Pretty much writing this down to the liquidity down there. 20 seconds left on this.
Order submitted.
So you guys can see my pending settlement just waiting right there. It's basically at the lower end of this wick. We have a sell momentum. The good thing here is that we also have a bearish trend. So we're trading in the direction of the trend, not against it. So that's a good thing. If this candle here doesn't touch it, I'm going to move it up to this lower end of this wick, and then I'll just keep riding it up higher and higher. Just keep riding it as low as I can ride it until we get a buy signal. Once we get a buy signal, I'll be flipping it the other way. I have a really tight stop loss, 10-point stop loss, with the trailing stop at 1 point. So whatever it gets in profit just automatically moves, and then we follow it through further. All right, so I'm going to adjust my pending order to that low. You can see there now, my pending order has followed to this low right here. If we get a buy signal there, I'm going to flip it the other way. Start looking for some buys. The only problem is that we're going to be right here at the session. So I don't know if I'll be able to take some entries around there. I'll have to like watch. I'm not going to get caught in the manipulation around that area, of course. But the breakout did hit full TP for 100 points right there if anybody took it. Unfortunately, I sat out of it because I was looking for the buy, but it did play out. We got 20 seconds left here. 20 seconds before I move the trailing stop a little higher.
Stop filled.
That, I'm up 300 so far, micro scalps. So you guys can see I get in very quick. This is why these are called micro scalps, because I get in very quickly, in and out, trailing stop follows it, lock in profit. You guys can see my orders right here, getting in very quickly. That's why these are called micro scalps, not regular scalps, because they're like, I'm barely going in for like a few points. Taking a lot of entries here, but just taking my profit and running. That's the order right there. 5 seconds till the candle closes.
Order submitted.
Now my pending order right there. All right, we got another pending buy signal here. If the buy signal comes up, I can cancel this. Probably gonna maybe flip this to the other side. Buy signals are a little weak though. We got 20 seconds left on this candle here. If we so I'm probably gonna move this up a little higher. Unless that buy signal there closes. I moved it up a little bit.
Stop failed.
All right, I'm up 355 so far. So a couple trades there. You guys can see how many trades I locked in, about 5 trades here. I'm up about 355 or 4 trades. I don't know how many trades anymore at this point. So my goal is really to like micro scalp my way to about 1,000 to 2,000 in profit. I mean, I could always increase my contract size if I wanted to take more risk, but keeping it right now pretty moderate. I'm just trading on one account. I'm not copying at all. A little crazy copying this. So again, once this candle closes, I'll put a penny sell order right here at the bottom of the wick. About 13 seconds left on it.
Order submitted.
It's too. I wasn't able to get into that one. Fortunately, that would have hit another target right there. But I'll wait for the next one. It was just my entry was exactly at price. So that red candle right there, you can see it came down at the very last second. I wasn't able to put a sell limit at the wick, but we're locked in like another point right there, another 1 or 2 points. So I'll look for this next candle here to close 30 seconds from now. We still have a sell momentum. So this is why it's important you have the momentum indicator, because it shows you the direction of momentum. I'm just riding momentum lower and lower and lower until we get to a certain point. Basically until it flips. So I'm just riding this until it flips the other way. So we got 10 seconds till this candle here closes. 5 seconds.
Order submitted.
Like right at it. I got another one right there.
Order submitted. Order. Stop failed.
Nice, locked in 500 now. So I'm at 516 profit. All right, let's see. I'm gonna wait for this next one here. Seconds left here. Twenty seconds. Ten seconds. 5 seconds.
Order submitted.
I got the pending order waiting right there. The 40 seconds left on this candle. Thirty seconds left. Twenty seconds. 10 seconds. I'll move my limit order shortly. There we go. Moved it up a little bit. Seconds. So let's keep trailing it. If we get a buy signal and we cancel it. I can't even look for any V1 variations or momentum reversals until we get a buy signal anyway. So there's no other entries for me to take right now. 20 seconds left on this candle. See if I gotta move this up a little bit.
Order canceled.
I'm out of position on that one. I'm up 840 right now. So I'm up 840 at the moment, guys. These micro scalps. I'll put another pending order right there at that low.
Order submitted.
Pending order. So I'm almost on my goal. My goal is to make about 1,000 today. 1,000 to 2,000. Around there. Which is probably gonna happen right now, like before the volatility dies down. Right now it's currently at 642, so we're like 42 minutes into the market. So if I like how this plays, then I'll probably copy this to all my Apex accounts. I don't think I can do this strategy on like Tradeify or the other platforms, but on Apex, I think it could work because they don't have a micro scalping rule. They're okay with it. I think Tradeify, you have to hold a position for a certain amount of seconds. So it's not going to work with that specific prop firm. But with Apex, I spoke with Apex before. I wanted to make sure with Apex before I started doing this on my PA accounts, because I don't want to like lose my accounts doing something I'm not supposed to be doing. But yeah, they said it's fine. So, and this is all recorded too, so you can see that it's real trades. They're not like, I'm not using a bot or anything. Fire. Volatility is starting to get a little slow. 20 seconds left on this candle here. 10 seconds left on this candle. See if it fills. Smooth this up slightly if it doesn't.
Order filled. Stop filled.
All right, I'm currently at 830 for the day. Out of that position right there. All right, so I'm just getting these micro scalps. Ten seconds left on it. Down there.
Order submitted.
Heading there. All right, well, my limit order right there. If this buy signal closes, I'm going to cancel. You guys can see my order here. I mean, if you guys want to follow me on these trades, you can see my orders right here. It's this red line. Probably for today, just enjoy the show, guys. Just watch it. In the future, if you guys do want to copy these, and they're pretty solid to be honest. Like just in very quickly. You just have to have your trailing stop set properly so that you can get out of the position if necessary. We got this candle closing about 10 seconds. 5 seconds. My trailing stop up. Or not trailing stop, my pending order. Oh, I gotta cancel this.
Order canceled.
So we got a buy signal right there, guys. I'm out of the trades for now. So that wasn't that bad for this momentum signal right here. You guys can see all of my entries. I locked in about 830. I'll be looking for some buys here now. So after this candle closes, I'll be looking for some possible buys. My limit order right there on top of that. This candle's upper wick. And if we flip back to a sell, then that's fine too. Which we probably will. It looks like price is trying to come back down. If you flip back to that sell, just waiting for that sell signal to come back up. This looks like it could be, no, it's not a V1. It's looking for a possible V1 variation right there. Maybe a momentum reversal. All right, I'm just gonna hold off on putting my pending orders right now because I think the sell signal here is gonna close. So I'll leave it. Let's see. So Sam said, I think you teased Miss Jones. I took them on my MT5 game over. It's good, right, Sam? It's like you're in and out super quick. Like there's like almost no risk to this. And my stop loss is at 10 points. So like if I need to get out, I get out. Like I'm not really risking too much. It's really fast. Yeah, Sam said it's really fast. Daniel's asking, how are the fees taking that many trades? So per trade, the commission, I think per contract is about $2 or $3. So with each trade, I'm going for at least like my trailing stop moves in profit at like 1 point. So like if it goes in profit at all, then I'm pretty much locking about $5. That's enough to cover the fees, right? So you make a little bit of profit, like a couple bucks, and then on top of that, you cover the fees. So right now, I'm currently at gross 830. My total P&L is at 622. So you can see some of my trades, they make more than 1 point. Some trade makes like 1 point. So it just kind of depends on like the more trades I take, like the trades that take catch more than 1 point are gonna cover the fees, and then on the top of that, I'll be making more profit. So I mean, yeah, the fees are you want to try to aim for more than 1 point, but you're kind of like that's why it's called micro scalping, because you're just kind of like getting these little dollars here and there. Like I'm just like collecting dollars as they drop. Um, yeah, I mean the fees aren't horrible. Like I'm able to break. Yeah, I'm gonna make some profit at least if I go with like 1 point in profit. So, all right, I'm gonna keep looking for entries here. It is It's closing right now.
Order
Pending order
submitted.
right there. So we're back into these sells. We had a sell momentum come up right there. Looks like price is trying to reach this liquidity. So I'm kind of just writing this down to the liquidity. But yeah, like as long as you can actively focus on the charts, like this shouldn't be extremely hard. Like you should be able to follow along. That's why I need my focus. So I'm gonna go back to focusing, guys. I'll look at the chat in a bit, but looks like I'm gonna have to move this up a little bit. Candle's closing in about 10 seconds. I'll move it up to this candle right here. 5 seconds. All right, we got 30 seconds. There we go. Stop loss and profit. All right. So again, I'm a little bit in profit again right there. I'm just getting these little like whatever you guys. I don't know if you guys are hearing the cha-chings, but if you guys hear those cha-chings, that's because my stop loss is getting moved in profit. So we'll see if I get in again on here. I don't know if the cha-chings are making noise on the Zoom. I think it only catches voice. But you guys can see the orders over here basically, and you guys can see the orders when my stock gets moved in profit. So, all right, looks like we got another opportunity right here. So I'll just put it down here first, and I'll drag it up later once price
Order
comes back up.
submitted.
So I got my limit order down there. I will drag this up higher once it gets to that point up there. The only problem is that when the volatility is a little too high, then you might trigger your stop loss because it might just spike your stop loss. My stop loss is at 10 points, so it's very, very tight. So it needs to push in profit like right away, or else you get caught up. So we got 8 seconds left on this candle right here. 3, 2, 1. Let me set a little higher. You have a pending buy signal here, so I might have to close this if I mean the market's starting to get very violent. As you guys can see, it's moving very violently at this point. I hope there's more news coming up today. Well, I'm gonna watch my chart first. I'll check the news shortly. If anybody can check the news, I mean, I don't know if there's anything that's happening.
Stop film.
All right, locked in another 130 on that. Okay, let me check real quick. You guys can see all the orders right here. Let me check the news. Okay, there is news at 7 o'clock. So I gotta be a little careful closer to 7 o'clock. All right, so we are now.
Order submitted. Order. Stop film.
That was pretty fast. Right, so the market's getting very, very volatile here. You know, where we're currently at. I mean, it's a good thing. It's a good thing and a bad thing. It's a good thing because so here's the thing, if this thing spikes, like say for example, I have that pending limit and it spikes really hard, like for example, if we caught this and it didn't come back and forth and it came down really hard, that would have been like instead of just 1 or 2 points, it would have locked in like 10 points, right? But you guys can see all my orders here. I take sell, sell out, sell out, sell out, sell out, etc. I'm just looking for that big candle, like that big breakout candle. Once we get that big breakout candle, like something like this right here, this was a buy signal, so we couldn't have the pending order waiting there. But once I have like an order just waiting there and then it breaks out like really hard, I mean, it can move more than 10 points. That could be like a big profit right there altogether. And that's kind of like what I would be like, that's what I'm micro scalping too. I'm just micro scalping these little micro scalps until I get to that really big candle and it shoots down and I get like 10 or 20 points. And then I lock in like, you know, like a couple $1,000 on that. And then I just wrap it up for the day. So that's kind of the point of this strategy. It's really you're micro scalping the little gimmies or like little base hits until like you get like the big one. That's going to happen at some point. So, I mean, I could put a pending order right here, but I'm just gonna wait. I'm gonna put one right here. Or I could put one down here and then I'll just drag it up once
Order submitted.
this candle closes. We got about 10 seconds left on here. Dragging this up to this wick right about now. All right, so my sell limit is waiting right there. So like I said, guys, what I'm doing here is I'm just writing momentum down. So like I'm looking for the candle to push further and further than it was with the previous candle. So the low of this candle right here is right there. So if price pushes any further down, it's gonna have to pass this right here, right? So when it pushes past that area, I'm looking to catch like, I don't know how many points I can get before the trailing stop gets triggered. But yeah, I got my pending order waiting right there. I got 20 seconds. If this here doesn't close within the 20 seconds, I'll just drag it up here a little further. We still have the sell signal though, so it's still valid. Focus is going over here. So just remember, guys, I'm only taking these in the direction of momentum. I don't really care about the trend as much, but for sure the momentum. I'm just riding momentum further as it continues to drop. You guys can see the market's like very, very choppy right now. So like I wouldn't take any directional entries here. I wouldn't really take much of anything. If you look over here, aside from this, what I'm taking now, because I'm able to get in and out very quickly, all the other strategies, if you look here, the market's not moving very smoothly at all. Move this up a little further. We have a pending buy signal here, so if this buy signal closes, I'm going to cancel my order. I might just cancel it now, actually. It looks like this is probably going to push up. Or not.
Order filled. Stop filled.
Oh, got stopped. All right, so I'm still at 300 positive right here. I was at like 900, and then, like I said, my stop is really tight. It's at 10 points. So I locked in about, how many trades did I lock in today? Locked in a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 trades today. So some of them locked in more points than others. That's why I was up to like almost like 900 right there. My stop loss is really tight at 10 points. So, you know, if, like I said, if this goes up even a little bit, it can easily just stop me out. But I'm pretty much protecting my profits, right? Because if I have like a couple wins here and I have one loss, it's not going to make a big deal. It's not going to make a dent in the account. So yeah, I guess I'll keep looking for more entries here. But if you guys are looking for anything else, I mean, right now is not a good time to take any directional entries. Let's see, Main's asking why didn't the B3 hit? Like I said, so if you look at the market here, Main, the market's going sideways, right? Like we said before, like when the market's going sideways like this, you don't take any of the directional entries because market's just going back and forth. You guys, you can see the choppiness here. Let me just mark up a couple of zones here. Which you guys can see things a little better, but market's not moving directional right now. It's for the most part going sideways. So I wouldn't really look at directional entries at the moment. I would only take the sideways entries or these little scalps here that I'm trying to follow through on. So I get another one down here.
Order submitted.
Let's see, we got that pending.
Order filled.
We got news right here actually coming up.
Stop filled.
Right, out for a slight profit right there. I'm gonna wait for a little bit because we got news right here. I just locked in about 2 points on that. So I'm taking 10 contracts, guys. So 10 times 5 times 2, basically make like 100 on that trade. So you can see like whenever I get these trades here, if I get at least 2 points, I'm making about 100. And the commission on these trades is it's about like say 2.7 times 10 contracts. So making about 100, paying about 27, or maybe about paying about 27, and damn, that would have been nice. I should have just fucking taken it. This is the thing that I was looking for. So if I would have caught this right here, I would have locked in at least 10 points. That would have been way more than 10 points at least. That news candle was heavy. So this is what I was talking about, guys. I'm taking these micro scalps because I'm looking to catch this one big candle to come up. Once that one big candle comes up, that's like my home run right there, my grand slam basically. Because I would have locked in like at least 10 points on there. And then 10 times 5 times 10, that's 500 for like one trade. So I'd be past my 1,000 threshold, maybe 2,000, maybe 3,000. If I got more than that, I could have locked in more. So like back to what we were talking about, Daniel, this is how much I'm basically paying in commissions. And this is like per trade, or not per trade, but yeah, basically per trade. So basically per trade, I'm paying 27 in commissions. Whenever I enter a position, I'm paying that much in commissions. It's round trip commission fee. If I only get 1 point, so 10 times 5 times 1, I'm making 50, right? So if I'm only getting 1 point, like if it pushes down 1 point in profit, my stop loss gets moved in profit, minus 27. This is going to be my net profit 23. So it's not a lot. So I'm saying I'm catching up a little like 23 profit here and there every time I get like 1 point in profit. But then once I get more than 1 point, it's going to add up, right? So instead of getting 23, then I'm getting a little more. Like for example, if you got 2 points, that's 100 profit minus 27. And there I would make, it would just double up on that. So my commissions are a lot smaller because yeah, like Christian just mentioned, that makes sense. Do you have the NinjaTrader lifetime license? Yes, I do. So I have the lifetime license with NinjaTrader, so my commissions are a lot less. All right, so we got trade Let's see, I'm gonna try to get into this next one here. Continue dropping lower.
Order submitted.
Got my pending limit right there, just waiting. Alrighty. So there's no other entries here, guys. I'm looking for a scalp still. I'm still looking for V1 variations and momentum reversals, but we need to have a buy signal before I can take those. So meanwhile, I just continue to take these micro scalps along the way. All right, so there's nothing else for me to take here anyway. Stop on the profit. There we go. So see that right there? This is another big drop that I was looking for, guys. Big drop came down and then it just, you guys heard the little clicky noise. And then it gave me a little more profit on that one. So I locked in maybe like 4 points on that one. So again, if we do the math here, so 10 times 5 times 4, basically locked in 200 minus 27 commissions, made locked in about 173. So you guys see how it makes sense here? It's oh, fuck, I just missed it. Okay, I gotta focus on the charts, guys. I'm gonna stop explaining here. I'm just gonna focus. I missed this entry here. This would have been a nice sell. Damn, couple points right there. So yeah, I mean, if you guys like this micro scalping style of strategy, I will continue to. I'll just keep doing it. I mean, I'm doing it on one account right now. I'm kind of tempted to do it on more accounts, but right now I'm just doing it on one. So, yeah, just doing it on one account right now. Kind of curious. I kind of want to do it on a couple of accounts. Let me see if I can maybe. I do on like maybe 3 accounts here. I'm just getting a little curious. See which one should I do it on. So I added a couple more accounts here to kind of just test this on a little more.
Order submitted.
Pending order right there. Let's see, 705, the volatility here is definitely starting to slow down a little bit. So like when this becomes a case, I mean, obviously this is usually where I want to be done taking my scalps. 7 o'clock is like usually the time where I'm like, okay, I probably made my profit for the day and I'll just wrap it up. So a little higher.
Order submitted.
There we go. Oh, that was nice.
Order filled.
That was nice. That was like 8 points. So like I said, I'm looking for those bigger moves, guys. The 1 or 2 points are cool. That's like whatever. I guarantee some profit. I basically break even at that point. But when you get one like that, where you get like 8 points, I'm profit now 1,430. That was one trade. See, like, it can make all the difference. I'm basically like taking these little base hits, and then once I get like that bigger move, like anything past 2 points is pretty nice. Like you're gonna lock in some pretty, well, I'm gonna lock in some good stuff there. But yeah, for the most part, it's kind of what I'm aiming for. So I'm about 1,000 in the other account, and then the ones that I just added, I'm up 423. Like I said, this is high risk, high reward.
Order submitted.
I have another one waiting right there, guys, in case this comes down further. Again, I don't know if you guys are hearing the cha-ching noise, but every time the cha-ching noise comes up, that is my stop loss getting moved in profit.
Submitted.
Tree was kind of
Order filled.
yeah, got out of that one, just break even. The entry on that one wasn't like as clean as the others. I mean, the volatility here is pretty low, so you guys can see I'm pretty much getting at around break even at this point. I'm gonna try to put another order here in case this candle closes in about 19 seconds. Try to zoom in a little closer so I get a better entry point, but
Order submitted.
it's usually off by like maybe like 1 point. So I got the pending order waiting right there. If this here doesn't start moving, then I'm just gonna wait for the market to move before I start. Because I don't want price to be going sideways like this. I'd rather like go straight down or go straight up or etc. But the market's kind of just flat here. I'm just gonna, if this is the case, I might just keep getting out at break even. I want to get at least like 2 points on these. Because like when I get out at break even, it just the risk is much higher, of course. Because I still got to pay the fees. All right, so let's see. I'm just gonna wait.
Order canceled.
Cancel the order. I'm just gonna wait now for the market to like get out of this right here, this little sideways. Yeah, they copied okay, Daniel, the other accounts. Well, there was some slippage. Okay, so it copied well on like one account, and then the others, there was just a little bit of some slippage. Lila said, this is bomb. Do it on the hedge accounts. I never made this much in one morning, maybe all day, but not 30 minutes. You are a genius. Yeah, definitely, Lila. Lila said, not going to be greedy. This market will take your money back. Thank you, bro. So here's Lila's profits for the day. She locked in 1,324. That's amazing. So, I mean, if you guys just want to follow me on these live sessions, you guys can see where my orders are being placed. So if you want to do that and just follow, that's amazing. Lila made more profit in like 30 minutes than she does, I mean, ever it looks like, yeah, all day. It's amazing. So great work right there, Lila. She locked in 1,324. If you guys had some profits on that too, feel free to share. Again, I'm trying to wait for price to get out of this area, but like I said, you know, if this is the case, then like the best time to take these entries is between like from open 6:30 up until 7. Because you can see over here when 7 o'clock hit, market's now going nowhere. The reason why you don't want to trade when market's going back and forth like this is because I have a really tight stop loss. So like with my stop loss being at 10 points, it's going to be easy for me to just get stopped out very quickly. You guys can see each candle here is moving very volatile. So I'm not trying to get caught up in that. Like where it'll just spike up and then stop me out real quick. But you can see all my orders are pretty much hit. I think I had like maybe one loss, but for the most part, I almost break even on every single trade. Yeah, you guys can see right here, like these are all my sells. So I take a sell there, and you can see these are where my exits are. So I sell up here and then I exit right there. I had a ton of entries right here. She just sent over her profits too. Let's see what she got. Damn, Rashida's killing it. Did you take the same entries, Rashida? She locked in 1,987 on one account, 2,826, 1,466. That's killer right there. So you guys are killing it. I mean, I'm doing pretty good too. I'm at like about the same, like 1,000, 2,000. But I'm glad it's crazy to see you guys here actually make a profit with me. Because I told everybody to just, enjoy the show, but Rashida's been with me for a while, so she knows. She knows I'm not gonna take something on my PA accounts that I don't trust. So she took it right here. She locked in about, that's pretty good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, well over about 6,000 for the day on that. Great work, Rashida. Yeah, so Lila locked in about 1,300. Rashida locked in about 6,000. I locked in about like about 2,000. And we're good. I only took it on. I'm like, man, I should have taken it on more accounts now that now that I'm kind of comfortable with it. Maybe I'll take these on most of my Apex accounts. We'll see. But here we go. Price is starting to drop a little bit. But like I said, this thing works best when the market's moving very volatile, like in a direction. Right now, price is going sideways, so I'm kind of just sitting on my hands for a little bit. And then once it starts to move again, it's starting to move right here. So I'll start to probably get into more positions. So let's see. Let me put a penny order here now.
Order submitted.
Maria's asking, where can I see the strategy? You see it right here, Maria. This strategy is not tied. Like I said, this has been an idea that I've had for a while. I wasn't able to take it before because when you trade US30 on like an unregulated broker, the spread is too wide. So you're not able to like really lock in profits or like move your stop loss and profit too quickly. But on these futures markets, it's a lot easier because the spread's like 1 or 0. So it's easy to get in and out of the positions very quickly and move your trailing stop. Or just now that we have this automatic trailing stop, it makes things so much easier because it just guarantees profits. If you want to be even safer, you can put the your trailing stop at 2 points. So if you want to just guarantee 2 points every time instead of 1, you could do that. So you don't get out at break even like most of the trades. Move this up a little closer. There we go. Yeah, so I mean, I have it set to 1, but I might change it to 2 just to like so I can make at least like profit on top of every trade. I think that probably would make more sense because the break-even trades are okay, but yeah, if I could lock in just one more point on top of it, I think it would be a game changer. Because I would basically every time the stop loss got moved in profit, I would lock in like another $100 or so. Let's see, this candle's got about 8 seconds left on it. Fire.
Stop failed.
That was quick. I got in like, and then it got me out at break even like literally a second later. Not break even, but 1 point.
Order filled.
I wish the volatility would pick up. It's so freaking slow right now. Okay, well, this is now we have a good understanding of like when to stop doing this, which is fine because I'm already on my goal, so I can kind of just stop. But See if I can maybe get it. I'm testing this, so I gotta keep driving it through to make sure that
Order submitted.
that works well. So I'm just gonna keep driving it through on these like other accounts. I kind of want to go through like majority of the session so that I can kind of see where where should we stop? I mean, ideally it looks like the stop time should be around 7 o'clock. So on 7 o'clock, looks like we should stop doing the micro scalps because the volatility here gets pretty flat. Yeah, I'm just a little curious to see how this continues to with you. I think I could even increase my contract size because I was doing 10 contracts. I could probably increase it to a little more just to get to my profit goal a little faster. Because the thing is, my trailing stop or my stop loss is still really tight. So, all right, looks like we might get a buy signal here, so I might just cancel this.
Order canceled.
All right, I'm canceled. Let's see, Main's asking, the trailing stop is only on Ninja. I'm on Tradeovate, not sure how to do that. I'm not sure if you can do it on Tradeovate. Or no, you can, or yeah, you could do it on Tradeovate. So when you go to Tradeovate, I can't log into my Tradeovate because I'm logged in on everything here. Let me see if I can find a video for you, Jermaine. Tradeovate trailing stop. I don't know how it works on there, but I've seen it before because I've done it. Yeah, I would show you, but if I log into my Tradeovate, it's gonna log out of my Apex on here. So I can't do it on this live session right now. But if you just here, let me see if I can find a video for you. Christian said that's too nerve-wracking. I'm trying to take care of my heart. I want to get to at least 85. Yeah, if you want to test it out at some point, you could you could just do it for like one contract just to like, I mean, you're gonna get like dollars, but you can see how it works. And then once you get comfortable, you can always increase contract sizes. So I think this video right here shows it. Yeah, here, let me send you this video you made. Oh, you're using it through TradingView. Yes, you can't do it through TradingView. You got to do it through the actual Tradeovate platform. So I'll just send you this link if you do want to use it. But yeah, you can't do it on TradingView. That's the downside of TradingView is that they don't have all the functions that you would have on, the traditional platforms. Yeah, unfortunately, you can't. Well, not that I know of. I know someone asked me about that if like there was a way to get to the trailing stop on TradingView, but for me personally, I'm not sure. Well, I don't even think it's possible. So you might have to just do it on or I mean, you would just have to do it on the actual platform. So there's a Tradeovate web platform you can trade on, Jermaine, but I don't think you could do it on TradingView. From what you could do it before. So before, if you were on a forex.com broker, they would do it. I heard from a couple of people that like there's a couple brokers that will let you do it, but you have to be logged into their account. Like you gotta be, I think it's Owanda is one of them, and forex.com is the other. But I don't know about Tradeovate because if you set an order here, it's not gonna. Yeah, there's no trailing stop that you can put through here. That would be cool if you could. But yeah, no trailing stop here. All right, so we got price kind of climbing up right here. I'm gonna try to get some buy orders in once this calendar closes. Let's see, Daniel said you do 10-10 of trailing. I do I have like a 100-point TP. I don't have a TP set, Daniel, because the trailing stop usually gets me out most of the time. So I have like basically a really, really high TP that I don't expect to hit so that the trailing stop could just follow through. So I have like a 100-point TP and then I have a 10-point stop loss. That's what I'm using. All right, I'm gonna put a buy
Order
in right
submitted.
here. I'm gonna try to ride this back up, guys. Like I said, I'm going off momentum. We have a buy momentum here. So I got that waiting right there in case it pushes up. But yeah, my TP stop loss is 100-point TP, 100 and only a 10-point stop loss. But most of the time, my trailing stop will get me out before it gets to that 100. I'm just aiming for maybe if we get a breakout at some point, then maybe I'll reach that point, that 100-point mark, but highly unlikely. It's just there in case. Because you have to put a TP in order to have an ATM order. I would just put it open-ended, but I don't think you put open-ended. You'd have to have like some sort of number there, just because. All right, guys, so I'm trying to ride this back up. If it doesn't go up, then that's fine. But I do have my you got my pending order just waiting right there. Candle's gonna close soon. Drag this down a little bit. All right, we got a sell momentum here that's pending. Price trying to come down. The one thing I don't like is that we're in this consolidation right now.
Order submitted. Stop failed.
All right, out in profit again. So I got the entry right there. You guys can see I take my buy, exiting me out right there. Slightly in profit. So you can see here, like I said, I'm basically getting these little base hits. And I'm just like slowly until that one breakout happens and then I get that big move. So again, I'll try to put another penny order there. You guys can see, so this is what I was saying, like don't be alarmed by my entries because I'm taking a whole bunch, right? Like I'm not trading on tilt here. I'm trading like with really tight stops and I'm just catching these little base hits, like these little 1-2 point wins. And then eventually I get like that one big one that happened right here. That was like a 8-point win. And then it just pretty much locks in way more from there.
Order submitted.
Track this up one. All right. The spread's kind of wide right now, so I'm looking at the spread. It's like 2-3 points. It's a lot higher than it usually is. I'm looking up here.
Order filled.
So it's not
Order
really
submitted.
a good point from there because of the
Stop failed.
there we go. I'm out again in profit.
Order filled.
Yeah, so you guys can see again right there. I got in, got out. I just noticed that the spread is really wide right now. Not a good thing. We don't want spread to be wide. We want spread to be like at 0. I'm kind of tempted to try this on something else that's like more volatile, something like NQ. I think that would be crazy, right? Because this thing is not as volatile, but you go to NQ. Yeah, it looks like it actually might move better on NQ. Because the volatility here doesn't really stop. I mean, it stops for a little bit here at 7 o'clock, or I guess around here it flattened out a little bit, but either way, it's like, I mean, getting 1 point on NQ is like, it's like dumb easy, right? That's like 50 points. And if you have your trailing stop at like 1 point, it's kind of curious. Maybe I'll play around with NQ for a little bit. I mean, my YM here is cool, but I'm a little curious to see like how this would run on NQ. I don't know how the numbers would be because the numbers are slightly different, but for the most part, this is I mean, these are all my entries. That's like 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Took 17 entries today. Majority of them won. I think I had like maybe 1 loss because it just spiked me out. But for the most part, I mean, all wins right here. Let's see. Christian is asking if it's a double body. I don't see any double bodies here. Which time are you looking? Are you looking at this one right here? Christian, I think this is what you're referring to. Yeah, so this is a double body. Was it rejecting off structure? Because I have to. It wasn't. No, it actually wasn't. So the higher high was right here, Christian. There's no higher high on this candle. So there's no V1. It's a double body pattern, yes, but there's no V1 variation. You would have to have that high right there. All right. I just pulled up the other chat right now. Um, yeah, Sam's, it's Sean Master Stroke, LOL. Yeah, the thing is, this thing's fast. It's pretty fast how it's hitting. So yeah, I'm pretty excited to keep applying this strategy moving forward, guys. I think this is a pretty good strategy. I mean, meanwhile, right, because the market's so slow, it's like hard to really catch anything. But yeah, I mean, meanwhile, it's a pretty, I wouldn't say foolproof.
Order
Because
submitted.
obviously, nothing is foolproof, but I think this is a good strategy to to run with for the most part. As long as you're not so as long as your risk is proper and then you're not taking like unnecessary risk and you're like you have your stops in place properly, then you should be fine. The only thing that I would say that could be a problem with this is the copier, because sometimes the copier has issues, right? If the market's moving too fast, then your copier might not be able to follow and execute the trade. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that you probably that you're watching all of your accounts. Like whenever you close out of the position, make sure that you're ready to flatten all your accounts on your copiers, just in case. I did have an error right here on this last trade because the volatility is kind of like all over the place, that it didn't close out on like my other copying accounts. However, I closed it and it gave me a little more profit because I was like, price was a little higher at the time. So just be careful if you guys do decide to take these trades specifically. Ah, crap, I just missed the trade. I need to cancel this.
Order canceled.
I missed I was supposed to move it down to here. That would have been nice. That would have been profit, of course. It's all good. And it just requires focus. Like you got to be really focused when taking these trades. That's why I think if you can focus on taking these entries like within the first 30 minutes of market open, from 6:30 to 7, just like boom, 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 lock them all in, and then be done once the market flattens out like this right here. I think you should be good. Like looking at the people here who lock in profits off that, I mean, they did pretty amazing. Max over here, he got his PA. So Max over here locked in, he got past the 10K profit mark. He locked in 1,105 on his first account, 1,275 on the second, and 1,025 on the third account. Nice work, Max. And then we have Christian over here. Christian got in early, and then he also locked in 520 or 560. Nice work, Christian. Solid work right there. And then, of course, the profits over here as well. So we got Lila's profits. So Lila locked in 1,324. Nice work, Lila, right there. The most profit she's ever made in like 30 minutes. And then we have Rashida here. She killed it today. Rashida locked in or I gotta save it again as a different attachment. Yeah, Rashida killed it. So I'm not really, I mean, of course, I want to look for some entries here, but the volatility here and the direction of price is just not super good. I'm kind of holding off on entries right now, guys. I don't like how the market here is just going flat. I need the market to actually be moving. So once it breaks out of this area right here, then I'll start looking for some possible opportunities for entry. But right now, I'm gonna wait for this to actually move because it's just not a good time. Like, there's no point in taking entries right here. My stop is too tight. It's at 10 points. So if it ever pulls back even just a little bit, I can easily get stopped out for 10 points. So I'm just waiting for the market here to kind of pick up a little bit, and then maybe lock in a couple more. Yeah, but everybody did good. I mean, a lot of you guys here were copying through. So like Rashida here locked in about 7,000. Layla locked in 1,300. Christian locked in 500. And Max locked in about well over 3,000 right there. So if you guys like this, I'll keep doing this during the live sessions. I think it keeps us more engaged in the market, right? Because sometimes we're like, man, this market sucks or it's boring and there's nothing to take. There's stuff to take here. If you want to micro scalp your way through, there's trades to take. It's just you got to be willing to put in the focus and the effort to like really get into these positions. However, the other entries that we're looking for, they're just not here. Like I don't see any. Yeah, I don't really see any. I'm looking for a momentum reversal. I'm looking for a V1 variation, but we just don't have anything here. None of that. Yeah, certain to the hammers on the pivot are great. Yeah, I agree. 100%. All right, let's see what we got going on here. We got CJ with some profits too. So CJ did for the day. So CJ locked it down. CJ, you killed it. So CJ was like, I love this strategy. I can see why. Your P&L is at 5,000 for the day. So CJ over here logged in 5,369. So like well over 15,000 for the day. I can see why you're loving the strategy. Because yeah, that's crazy. That is crazy. Nice work, CJ. Killing it. Is that all from just these micro scalps? Seems like it. Yeah, CJ said learn from the best. Yeah, no, definitely. Killed it right there. And you guys are doing amazing. Like I thought this was just gonna be like I was kind of worried to see how this would play out because I've never done this in a real market. I mean, obviously it's easy to backtest and to do things on your own, but doing this on the live market and also on the live session, it's crazy to see you guys here kill it like that. So it's safe to say you guys like this strategy. So I'll keep doing this. Again, I can only do this on my Apex account. So I'm gonna have to be able to flip accounts quickly. It shouldn't be a big problem, but I can only do this on my Apex accounts because Tradeify doesn't, you gotta hold on to the position, I think, for about like 5 seconds or so. So these micro scalps won't work on Tradeify. They'll work with Apex, but yeah, not Tradeify. I have to stick to my normal scalp entries with Tradeify. Yeah, CJ said, I really don't like showing my profits, but I had to share it. Yeah, and I'm glad that you shared because I'm happy to see a lot of you guys here. You guys are taking advantage of this. This strategy is pretty good. I was kind of I don't put a pending order right here, guys. So I was kind of hesitant to actually even share this strategy because I was like, this strategy is really good. I don't know if I want to share this with the world, but there's no way I can't share this with you guys because because I have to do it during live trading hours. So I mean, it wouldn't make a difference. I would have to share regardless of the fact. So looking at this here, this is a inside bar. So this is like a momentum reversal, but there was no wick on the bottom. So we couldn't have taken that trade there for a momentum reversal. Looks like a sell signal is coming up here. So we'll cancel that. I'll look for the other direction if the sell signal closes. All right, so I will be looking for this opportunity to take entry here for a sell once this candle here closes. Got 40 seconds left, so we got some time. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to, so I can see where the entry is, 318, 317.
Order submitted.
Pending order waiting right there. I mean, we're still in this range consolidation, so if this doesn't move, then I'll probably just wait again. Man, volatility is there's volatility, but there's no direction. So even like with these micro scalps, it's kind of well, it's past 7 o'clock, so it's understandable. But it was pretty nice between 6:30 and 7. I mean, everybody here locked in some good profit. I'm still up like 2,000, so I'm gonna cancel this order again. We have another pending buy
Order
segment.
canceled.
But yeah, I mean, going back to our profits, so I'm up about like 2,000. Yeah, about 2,000 per account. CJ over here is at 15,000 from those trades from today. Rashida's up 7,000. Layla's up 1,300. If you guys have profits to post up or share, feel free. Christian's up 500 and Max is up 3,000 for the day. So it's been a pretty solid day so far. I'm kind of tempted to wrap it up soon. I mean, I'm at my goal. I said my goal is to make about 1,000 to 2,000 for the day. I'm at my goal already, so unless we get some more movement here, some more direction, I'm probably just gonna wrap it up. But you guys can see all my entries here. We took about 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 entries, one loss. And that loss was only because price spiked. We were too close to news over here. So out of 17 entries right there, with these micro scalps locked in 2,000, which is my goal anyways. So the thing is, here's the thing. If I stopped trading already, if I would have just stopped at 7, we would have been fine because I had no losses up here, right? The thing is I kept trading after 7. This is where the market started going sideways. And this is where I guess I kind of screwed up in a sense. Because I think this is where the greed comes into play. Like my goal was already to make 1,000 to 2,000. I was already up 1,500 right here. I could have just stopped. And then we just kept going. Right. So I just got to find my sweet spot for this specific strategy. I mean, obviously you guys can see the sweet spots till 7 because the volatility here starts to die down. So sweet spot is 7 o'clock for, well, right now at least. I'm hoping once Trump becomes president, we're gonna have like volatility for the entire hour. Because at that point we can just take more and more entries. All right, so let's see if this continues to move. Maybe I can probably get into one more or a couple more, but yeah, I'm just not really counting on it. I'm just gonna keep my marker here so I can see what. I guess it's not super necessary. I can eyeball where the price is at. Let's see. Sam's asking Sean, "Do you have time later? Do you know anything about the Apex getting sued?" It's about the software they use. No panic. Yeah. So it's about one of their programmers. I guess basically he wants ownership for like their prop platform that he pretty much developed for them. But he was an employee, I'm assuming, for them. So it's property of the company, not his. But I guess their programmer, it was like he's the one that set it up, and he's the one that kind of got them on their feet.
Order submitted.
So he wants money for it, which makes sense. It makes sense. Apex wouldn't have been able to set up their accounts and stuff without him. But it doesn't have anything to do with their money or anything. The crazy thing is if you look at the complaint, it shows that Apex is making about like 20 to 50 million like in revenue every month. So that's a good thing because it shows that they're making money and they're able to pay people out, right? Because a lot of people are worried about these prop firms going insolvent, like meaning that they don't have any money. Apex obviously has money, so not anything to worry about there. We got this candle closing in about 5 seconds. I'll move this up a little higher.
submitted. Stop
All
failed.
right, so that was a nicer one. You guys can hear that how it was like cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. So I got about like 4 points on that one. Like I said, I'm getting these micro scalps here for like 1 point on a lot of these entries, and then if you like at some point I'm gonna get one where it moves a little further and it moves a little smoother, like this one, and I lock in about 4 points. So 4 points times whatever, it's like $500 in profit. So we will continue to apply, keep looking for entries here. Again, if you guys are just joining in, I mean, I'm looking for actual scalp entries, but there just hasn't been any here. So I haven't been able to take anything. I'm looking for V1 variations off structure and looking for my momentum reversals. If you guys are just joining in, the breakout did hit full TP for today right there. So if you guys took the breakout or if you were looking for the breakout full TP on the entry, I'm gonna add that to the thing actually. Right here. There goes the entry right there. Um, Looks like we have another opportunity here.
Order submitted.
Any order waiting right there. Hey, what's up, Lamar? Yeah, no, welcome back. Welcome back in general. It's good to see a lot of older people here coming back. I mean, I haven't seen a lot of people in a while because I don't really teach or mentor anymore, but yeah, it's good to see a lot of you guys back in the chat. Especially people who I haven't seen in years, I feel like. The thing with trading is that it's a revolving door. It doesn't matter what strategy you apply. If you figure out a different strategy that you like to apply, of course, you're going to gravitate towards that. But it's always going to see older faces and people who are still active in the trading space. The thing with trading is that like people usually give up within the first month or first couple of months or even the first couple of days. To see people who I've traded with or I've taught or I've mentored like, years ago and they're still trading now. It's always good to see. Uh,
Order submitted.
Position there, stop loss and profit.
Stop failed.
All right, so the stock got moved in prop right there. The volatility here is not super great, but yeah, you guys can see I'm getting like these little micro scalps here and there.
Order filled.
So like I said, the thing with this here, and I had to like look back at it because one of my accounts didn't close. When you're copying these accounts or copying these trades, you gotta like really pay attention to it because if you don't, then your account could probably still be running or it could still be taking trades.
Order submitted.
Got another pending order right there, just waiting. But I keep getting out at like 1 point, which is not bad. I'm still locking in like a little bit of profit, but it's not enough to like make a dent in the account. But you guys can see here. So you guys can see the trades. My pending order again is right there at that smaller area. There's just no direction here. I'm kind of tempted to move over to like NQ for a little bit and kind of play around with it. I just don't know if the stop loss will be. Yeah, let's give that a shot. Let me just close this real quick.
Order canceled.
I mean, might as well just play around with it. Today's one of those days where I'm kind of just testing stuff out anyway, so. Let's go to NQ. I just don't know how the pricing works for NQ. mean, I guess I could try to figure it out here. Let me see if I could. I'm gonna change the trailing stop to 2 points. Just for now. And I'm gonna change the contract size because I don't know how much each contract is worth. I mean, honestly, I don't know how all this stuff. I'm gonna have a stop loss a little wider. Save template as micro scalp NQ. Okay, so I'm just gonna play around with NQ real quick. Again, I'm just doing this on like my other account, so I'm not really risking. It's whatever. If one account has issues, I'll make it back somehow. Okay, so the pending order would be right here.
Order submitted.
I'm just kind of curious to see how the volatility works on NQ versus YM, because YM is like super slow. Yeah, visual said NQ is account destroyer. Yeah, no, I agree. That's why I don't trade NQ. I'm just curious to see this specific strategy out here, this micro scalping strategy, to see how it works. Because the volatility is a lot higher. Got my trailing stop at like 2 points. So I'm gonna see. I just don't know how the points work for NQ because I don't trade it. So obviously
Order
it's slightly
filled.
different.
Stop filled.
A little profit on that. You guys can see the cha-ching came up. It's still a micro scalp. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I like NQ. But I still made profit. Like I barely made profit on it because I had my trailing stop at 2 points. So once it goes 2 points in profit, my stop loss gets moved up to 1 point. So I basically guarantee 1 point. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how much I like it. Let's go back to YM. I'm not an NQ fan, to be honest. I don't know what it is about NQ. I just don't like it. So back to YM over here. I hate how it does that. It like renamed my whole template to like a different name. It's replaced it. Let's get back up right there. It's 7:50 right now. It's crazy how much time has passed. I didn't realize that we've been trading for this long, and I didn't realize it took this many trades. It took about like 20 trades today, guys. 20 trades, maybe like one loss, which was like at 10 points, so it was like not very much. But I locked in about like well over 2,000. So I'm like curious now because I'm like, damn, if I have this on like 20 accounts, that'd be crazy. Maybe I'll try it at some point in the future. Maybe I'll try it on Monday. I don't know. We'll see. But the thing is, I just want more volatility in the market or more direction. Right now, it's good between 6:30 and 7. You guys can see this is where I take the bulk of my entries. Between 6:30 and 7. This thing here did push through pretty perfect. And then it just, once it hit 7 o'clock, the market here just got pretty flat. So from this point right here, market's pretty flat. And there just wasn't much happening. But over here, it was moving pretty nice. And it was easy to just get in and out, in and out, in and out. For these little micro scalps. To Deswell is asking, are you still mentoring? So I'm mentoring like one person per month. So if you guys want to be mentored, just message me. If you guys are a previous person who's been in the course, if you guys want to learn this strategy, I think this strategy here is enough to like, because this strategy is crazy. Like you guys can see how much profit everybody locked in on this. If you guys want to be mentored just for this specific thing, I mean, I think this thing is really fun to mentor on. Because you can actually go back and backtest this. And it's like really easy to backtest because all you need is the momentum indicator. You don't need anything else. So like for this specific strategy, all you need is momentum. Because you don't really care about the trend. You can see how many entries came up here. Like a buy signal came up. There's like one win right there, one win right there, one win right there, one small win right there, one win right there. So you can I can show you exactly where the entries are. And you can make profits like everyone did here. Like this is the first day doing this on the live session. CJ locked in 15,000, just following me on the live session. Like CJ wasn't even doing it. Well, CJ was probably following, but for the most part, just taking what I was taking. Rashida here locked in 7,000. Lila locked in 1,300. Christian locked in 500. Max locked in 3,000. Super simple. I think this strategy is actually even better than liquidity. Because with liquidity, you have to wait for the zones. But for this here, you're riding momentum. So for example, like I said earlier, 6:30 to 8 was like super, or 6:30 to 7 was pretty solid. If you only traded between 6:30 and 7 right here, there were so many entries that could have been taken, which we did take. You can see over here. Like my chart looks pretty messy. It's like a little there's arrows all over the place. You guys can see I took all of these on the live. It's not like these entries were actual entries. They're not like fake entries. They're not like, oh, I said I took something. Like you literally saw the trade take and then exit and profit. So yeah, if you guys want to be mentored for this specific strategy, I can mentor you for this specific strategy. I'm only mentoring like one person per month though, because I'm busy with like other stuff with the hedge fund stuff. So for the most part, I can mentor people on this specifically. And I'll keep doing this on the live sessions. I think this was a pretty fun session. Lately the sessions have been kind of boring because there hasn't been too many entries, but if we add this into the mix, yeah, I mean, you add this into the mix, you're pretty much actively on the chart every single candle bar. And then if it dies down here like at 7 o'clock, you're just kind of done with it. But nice. Sam said he got another 2K. Solid work on that, Sam. I was still looking for some scalps here, but again, I just don't really. There's actually one entry that came up right here, but it came up like super late. There's a buy signal came up right here. There's an inside bar, and this would have been an entry for the momentum reversal. It just came up really late though, so it's not really one of the types of entries that I would look for. My cutoff for entry is usually around like 750, which is right before this candle. The reason why I cut off around this time is because the volatility gets really flat until 8 o'clock, and then from there it's just pretty much dead for the most part. But yeah, back to what I was saying earlier, guys. I'm not really mentoring anymore, but I am mentoring. Like I'm not mentoring in a group setting. I'm mentoring like I'll do one-on-one mentoring versus group setting. Because I feel like one-on-one, the person that I'm mentoring, they understand more and they're able to really digest the information. So if you want to be mentored by me, let me know. Yeah, I just don't understand. I don't have an idea of like how I'm going to structure it, but for the most part, I'll mentor someone one-on-one versus group setting mentoring because it's just a lot easier and I get to see the person like progress a lot better versus me teaching like multiple people at once. Roxy, you missed the strategy breakdown, revisit the strategy after the live. Yeah, if you guys want to see how I applied this strategy, just go back to or watch the replay. I explained it in the very beginning. It's pretty straightforward. We're just trading the direction of momentum. So when we have a sell momentum here, I'm only taking sells and I'm riding momentum further down. When I have a buy momentum, I'm taking buys, sell momentum. You can see over here, it's like pretty clear as well. You can see over here, we have the sell momentum. All these sell orders are sells. We had a sell momentum right here. All these red arrows, I was taking sells. We had a buy momentum here. You can see these green arrows. I was taking buys, right? Sell momentum, red arrows, and then right here, I would technically be looking to take some buys if I was looking for entries still. I mean, I guess I could probably take another one here. Nah, volatility is too low. I'm not going to risk it. I'm already up about 2,500 so per account, so I'm not going to risk it. But yeah, guys, I think that's
Connection lost.
And for some reason, my Ninja keeps disconnecting. I don't know if you guys hear it. It keeps saying connection lost. That's probably my cue to get off the live session. So other than that, I think that's about it. But yeah, guys, solid profits today so far. If you guys have any more profits to post up, feel free to send them in. Otherwise, I will I will be back here on Monday to run this back. Yeah, we'll run this back on Monday because I'm pretty excited to see how the volatility picks up on Monday, especially with a higher volatility day like that when market reopens. So we'll run this back again on Monday. I'll still look for the breakout. I'll still look for our regular scalps, but for the most part, I will be also adding in these micro scalps along the way. So, all right, guys, if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out. Otherwise, I think today was a pretty fun day. Everyone locked in some pretty good profit just following me on these scalps here. And yeah, I think this is a good little extra strategy to throw in there on top of our main strategies that we're applying. So, all right, guys, I think that's it for the day. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out. Otherwise, have a great weekend, guys. We're closing out this week with some pretty decent profits, and we'll see